Okay, so next question. Hi, Ian. How much is enough? Crypto has made me greedy. I make great profits, but I still want more. Okay, very interesting question. Let's begin with Bill.
Okay, so that's a great question. How much is enough? All right. Now, when I first learned trading psychology, before everyone watching the show was born, the guy who taught it to me said, if you look at your P&L on a trade and you go, wow, that's a lot of money. Like I did really good on that trade. And even if you don't know anything about charts, anything about fundamental or quant, you don't know anything. You just look at it and go, damn, take the money. Your brain, your body, it knows. It sees it, take the money. I would say this actually goes back to whatever Ian just said. If you've done it before, shoot your shot, right? If the 20-foot jumper's working, keep doing it, right? If you can invent new things to do, keep doing it. But the thing is, when you go, oh, wow, right? Because, nobody thought they had to take profits. We were talking about taking profits along the way 3 months ago, and we knew we were getting ignored. Okay. But that's now something that probably on the next run will be on the forefront of people's minds.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think this is something everybody has to kind of go through, right? So once again, the question was, how much is enough? Crypto has made me greedy. I make great profits, but I still want more. I think the main thing you have to think about is everyone is different, right? So look at what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, right? So whether you want to just have a nice house, nice car, and that's it, that's fine, right? If you have bigger ambitions, that's fine as well. But just figure out how much money you need to live. And once you have that, once you're comfortable with whatever number, whether that's making 100 grand a year, whether that's making 1 million a year, whether that's making 100 million a year, right? Who knows, right? But I think just figure out what the bare minimum is for you to have the lifestyle you desire, right? And then work towards that. And then I think you could possibly kind of take your foot off the gas pedal, to kind of speak in that metaphor. But at the same time, you also want to keep on leveling up. Now, this isn't for everybody. This depends on your personality and what you want to achieve. But I mean, honestly speaking, I'm just like you. Okay. I mean, but to me, I don't view it as greed, right? Not to get philosophical, but I view it as graduating. I view it as raising the bar, right? Because I view making money almost as a game. And once you achieve success on a particular level, you want to keep on raising the bar because that's the only way you get better, right? So if you're a trader, if you're an investor, if you've made 100 grand in crypto and investing, that's good, right? I mean, obviously take the money, take profits off to live off of, but don't just go and retire to a beach, right? Now, you could do that for a bit, but after a while, it gets boring very, very quickly. Then you want to get back in the game, get back in the saddle, and try to do better than your last performance, right? And I think, for example, with me, right? Once again, people saw me take about 20 grand, turn that into 5 million. And honestly speaking, I kind of did take a break from crypto, right? It wasn't like a complete break, but in 2018, I went on a crypto world tour. I quit my job at IBM, went to travel the world, went to over 35 countries in 1 year. That was kind of like a mini vacation, right? We're still doing business, still investing, but I was not working 6 to 7 days a week, putting in 12 to 15 hours a day. I was not doing that. I was not working like that. I was maybe working not 4 hour work week level, but I was probably working less than 40 hours. I would say probably at the most 30 hours a week. right? And then I began to delegate. I began to things that initially I was doing myself, like the research. I began to kind of build a team around me, and I'd kind of just delegate to them. And I began to just kind of enjoy the fruits of my labor. But after a while, that gets boring, right? After a while, you want to get back in and work those 12 to 15-hour days, work 6 to 7 times a week. That's kind of the way my mind is programmed. And to me, that began when I began working on Token Metrics, right? Because I achieved success in investing, and I'd seen so many companies I was investing in messing things up. And I told myself, like, I've been an entrepreneur. Like, I think I can do X, Y, and Z better. Let me put my money where my mouth is. Let me try building something great in the crypto space, in the blockchain space. And initially, it was just an idea as I was kind of in crypto retirement. But after a while, I was like, you know what? I feel like, I mean, because I was basically 30 years old, a millionaire, but I wanted more. It wasn't just more money. It was I wanted to achieve more in life, right? I was not content with just ending my life story there, right? Crypto millionaire, made money with Icon, made money with Dragon Chain, Wabi, and that's it. Because I was so young, I had more than 30 years ahead of me, and I wanted the next chapter in my life. Because in a way, I like to view my life like a movie, and you always want like the next part of that movie to be better than the last, right? And I said, if I go for the next 30 years, just staying at the same level, it would almost feel like I didn't fulfill my fullest potential. So I said, okay, what can I do next that is bigger than what I've done in the past? And to me, it wasn't really investing, because in a way, I felt like investing, you're kind of a rent seeker. Even though we all invest, right? You're basically riding the coattails of somebody else. And for those who know me, I've always had a bigger ambition. And to me, it's a way to give back, right? Because for those who kind of don't know, like my why, my purpose is to become one of the few African Black billionaires out there, and then to use my wealth in the same manner like how Bill Gates used his wealth with the Bill Gates Millionaire Foundation, to go back to Uganda, where I'm from, and Africa, and help other entrepreneurs come up and make money, right? My goal is to take where I'm from in Uganda from being a third world country into possibly a first world country, right? And I know that can be helped by making money, right? By also being an example to others, right? In the same way how Jeff Bezos has used his wealth to now build, to now try to get humans to space. Same thing with Elon Musk, right? So I feel like wealth can help a lot of people besides just yourself. And I think by making billions, I can help Africa and where I'm from, right? So it's kind of a different perspective. So to me, I don't view making money as evil. I've done a video on this before in the past, where I think it's noble to try to aspire to become a billionaire, because what better thing can you do? Because if you have money, you can impact the world with your money in whatever you want to do, whether it's through climate change, through poverty, through whatever. Why wait for a government stimulus package when you can be the stimulus package, right? So that's kind of my perspective on that. Bill, anything to add to that?
Yes. Winston Churchill was the leader of England during World War II. And he has a quote somewhere where he says that every human being will get one shot in his or her lifetime to make a tremendous difference, right? To be a part of humanity. And your job on the planet is to spend your life getting ready for that moment. Now, my moment was when I went on LinkedIn and I saw Diary of a Made Man investment analyst. And I said, this is it. This is what you've been training for, right? Kind of like, I feel like all the stuff from Goldman, the crypto stuff with Charlie, right? I want to be there, right? I'd love to be there when you blew up and got the billions for Uganda,
Mhm.
but I'd also like to be there if you got the billions for Uganda, because crypto changed the world. And I was the Jim Cramer of crypto, helping lead the flock to the promised land, right? So I think kind of like Winston Churchill, right? Like, I want to be there for the big moment. I want people tuning in to say, what does that guy have to think right now?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, going back to the person's question, and let me pull it up here. Just give me a second. Right. So the question was, how much is enough? Right. So I would say, how much do you need to impact the world? Right. So whatever you want to do in the world, however you want to give back, how much money do you need to do that? Right. It could just be 1 million. It could just be 100 million. It could be billions. But whatever that number is, go for it. Right. So don't just think about how much wealth you need for yourself, but I would say, how much wealth do you need to help impact others? Right. Whether it's your community, whether it's your country, right? Whether it's whatever goals you have in life, whatever things you want to help build up, whether it's poverty, focus on that, and that will keep you motivated to make even more. But it's not really in a selfish way, because you're doing it for others. All right, so tell me what you think down in the comments below.